I'm keeping my mouth shut on whether or not I killed anybody at the age of 18.
Okay. Interesting. Janet pleading the fifth. You'll be seeing this a lot on the book report presented by the Millions.
Hi, I'm Janet.
And I'm Mike.
And this is the Book Report, the internet's weekly literary talk show. Today we're at our new home, the Millions.
Yay, the Millions.
Welcome.
Basically, the way the book report works is once a month, Janet and I read the same book and we talk about it. And the second and third episodes, we read different books and talk about those. Fourth episode, the last one in each cycle, is called Everything Gauche, and we talk about things that are not books, but that we like anyway. And they can be movies, television shows, music, monster truck rallies. Janet likes to set buildings on fire and talk about that.
There'll be a new episode every Friday here at the Millions. And for the first one, Mike and I read Alice and Freda Forever. How did you like this book?
I liked it. It was it's a real interesting, I guess, just to describe the concept, creative nonfiction, I guess, kind of book about a murder in, I believe, 1892, Memphis, Tennessee. These two young girls, teenage girls anyway, who are sort of in love with each other, or at least one of them is in love with the other, and decides basically that if she can't have this girl, then nobody else will be able to, and slits her throat. Alice is the one who kills Frida, and Alice is put on trial for the murder, which apparently shocked the country.
Their, lesbian relationship wasn't even understood enough to be taboo.
That's true.
It wasn't that the subject was scandalous, it was that nobody could comprehend it. Alice and Frida had written love letters, and they were found during the trial, and so then the news got out that Alice and Frida had been engaged. And Frida broke it off, and that's why Alice killed her. It wasn't written about as, a scandalous lesbian affair. It was written about as the strangest thing anybody had ever heard of happening. And so that's kind of the anthropological interest that she takes in it, in kind of how befuddled the Memphians were by Alice.
Right.
When she got on the witness stand and was like, I loved Frida and we were going to get married. And they were just like, this woman is insane. There were times when I kind of wanted to stop and be like, yes, but she 100% murdered Frida. There were she is a murderer and let's put her in jail. And also, she might have been crazy. The letters between her and Frida are bonkers.
Straight up crazy, yeah.
Yeah, this is not an idyllic love affair that went tragically wrong. It was real weird from the beginning, and it's unclear, as you said, if Frida was ever really into it. Alice and Frida would write each other these letters and be like, if I can't be with you, I'll die.
Yeah.
And on Frida's end, she was just kind of like a love poem, and on Alice's end, she was contemplating ways of dying.
There's one letter early in the book where Alice is basically threatening to kill Ashley, who I believe his name is Ashley, a postman who Frida has begun to flirt with. And the letter's like, I love you and I don't want to kill this guy, but you're leaving me no choice here.
I don't wish that it had worked out.
No, I don't. Their plan was so crazy, too. I don't know if we mentioned this, but their plan, Alice's plan anyway, and again, I'm not entirely sure how into it Frida was, but Alice's plan was to impersonate a man and get married. Frida was a cipher to me. I never, and I think Alexis Coe
was just a slut, man.
Yeah, straight up. She really was flirting all over the town there.
She's writing letters all over Memphis. This story about how lesbianism was treated by the public is interesting, but also any attempt to paint it as a star-crossed lovers falls pretty flat when you take a look at Alice and Frida.
I completely agree with that.
The kooks.
I absolutely don't think Alice at the end.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's kind of like the first encounter between lesbianism and America.
Yeah, which is really interesting.
And neither
I mean,
party knew what to do.
she seemed troubled, God knows, and it could not have been easy being a lesbian in the 1890s, Tennessee, or anywhere. But, come on.
Yeah.
Don't cut people's throats in public. If you must, privacy of your own home.
Yeah.
No, don't do it at all.
Whatever else you say about her, justice was served. I mean, in a very sloppy, backwoods kind of way, but...
Of course, yeah.
Let's get her off the street.
All right. Janet's busy drinking beer, so I'm going to say thank you for watching the book report presented by the Millions.
You'll never walk alone, Mike.
Never walk alone, Janet.
Is it her throat, or does she stab her in the stomach?
I think she slits her throat, doesn't she?
Jeez.
Maybe not. It's
Alice.
pretty bad.
With a razor.
A razor, yeah, straight
Yeah.
razor.
It's like Shawshank, Tennessee down there.
Man, I tell you what.